Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm bringing you episode 6 of the 207th Ghost Squad LEGO Star Wars MOC series. Now this episode is called Return, and you can most definitely see that the General here is returning to his base of operations on Morsando. Now in the last episode, the 207th Ghost Squad and the General escaped from the Separatist prison where he was being held, and in this episode he has returned to the planet where he was taken from. Now I'll get into more on the MOC in just a second guys, but beforehand, if you do want to enjoy this video, then do make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Also, do make sure to drop a comment down below giving your thoughts on the episode and your predictions for the rest of the series. Just a quick disclaimer guys, that we only have 2 episodes left of the series after this episode, so we have episode 7 and episode 8, and episode 8 will be the last one, so again, do make sure to drop your predictions for the last 2 episodes down below because they are going to be very, very exciting. Now without further ado, let's take a look at this MOC. So we'll start off with something that I imagine quite a few of you guys will be very excited about, and that's the fact that we are seeing the return of the 2 Jedi which were the main characters from the Morsando series. And they are welcoming the clones and the General back to the base. Behind them we have just a clone trooper who is walking behind them, I guess just acting as like a little guard, but yeah, he's just behind them. Now the base itself is built with a big curve, so it's like a curve form rather than just having like a box or like just a grey box like I normally do. We just have a nice curve here which does change up how the things look. And on the inside there isn't too much because I was mainly focusing on the exterior on this MOC. Now on the inside of the curved bricks you can see we have some prints which I'm not too sure where they're actually from, however I do think they look quite nice with this MOC, and with Star Wars MOCs in general I think they look quite good. We have some windows on the front of the base which are surrounded by some dark grey bricks and plates. Now moving to the exterior you can see that we have a load of foliage going on, and if you've watched my videos at all or watched really any of my videos you'll know that I absolutely love putting tons of foliage in because I think it really creates a nice dense look to the MOC, and that's exactly what I've done here. So we have a mixture of ferns, normal grass pieces, these little like light green bush things, and we always have some little pools as well, like pools of water in there as well, which I think looks quite nice and definitely a bit different to what I normally do with the foliage. However, I think it does create a nice bit of variety and looks really cool. And we have that going on both sides. Now going up the side of the base there at the front, we have on each side a little dirt mound going up rather than just having some grey. I thought I'd put in some dirt there just to give a bit of variety in the colour rather than just having grey and green. Now we have grey, green and brown, which in my opinion does look quite cool. So yeah, we've got that going on both sides. Now if we move on to the pathway at the very back, we have like a little long pathway going across the back of the MOC, and on there we have 2 jet troopers who are just overlooking the General returning to the base, one of which has his helmet off and the other one has his helmet on. Moving on from them a bit, you can see we have a astromech droid who is just strolling along there, having a good time just, strolling down the path. And moving down to the end of the path, we have 2 pilots who are actually the ones who were piloting the gunship in the last episode, so they have now left the gunship and are walking down that path to the back, having a conversation and looking over at the General as he returns to the base. Now as we move down towards the base on the largest section of the path, which sort of creates almost a T look with like the pathways, it has like a long line at the top and then a line down the middle as well, so it creates like a nice little T look which I think looks quite cool. And you can see we have some clones lined up respecting the General as he returns to the base heroically, of course, as the 207th Ghost Squad have been heroes saving them, and they're respecting them by just standing along the sides, a bit like the Imperials do, however on a much more small scale. We have 3 clones behind them who would have been on the gunship as well, who are just lining up behind them I guess just as they're walking in. And you can see at the front we have the General and Commander Crate who has his helmet off, and then behind them we have Bullseye, Maverick, Sentry and Expo. So yeah, they're all being greeted by the Jedi as they return. Now as you can see on the pathways, I've done a technique which I like to do a lot at the moment, and that is putting some grey 2x6 bricks on their side and lining them up down like that, because it creates a really nice snot brick look, and if you know what that means, it's basically stud snot on top where you put bricks on their side to create a nice clean flush look, and that's what I've done there on both of the pathways, and I personally think it looks really cool, and I love the light grey pathways as well, because I personally don't have enough tiles to just do like a normal light grey pathway like that, so I think this is a very good substitute to that, and in my opinion looks absolutely great. Now on the edge of the pathways we have either some dark grey tiles or some dark tan tiles, which I think look really cool. And if you've seen my previous MOC series, the Morsando series, then you'll be familiar with this style of pathway, because in the first episode of that they were actually at this base here, this exact base, just in a different section of it, and they had this exact type of pathway as well with the dark tan and dark grey like tiles surrounding the nice flush snot bricks in the middle. So yeah guys, that is my walkthrough of this episode of the 207th Ghost Squad LEGO Star Wars MOC series. So of course, they have now returned to the planet of Morsando, and we're going to have to see what they get up to in the last 2 episodes of this season. We now have the integration of the 2 Jedi, who were the main characters in my previous MOC series, so it's going to be very interesting what they get up to with the Jedi. And of course guys, do make sure to leave your predictions for the final 2 episodes down in the comments section below. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. So yeah, as always guys, have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.